Good food like this takes time. And nights like this give you plenty of it. Nor'easter rolls into town. Everything, and I mean everything, slows down. Woo! Nothing like a nor'easter to work up an appetite. You guys hungry? Let's get into the kitchen. All right, so welcome to the kitchen. Huge blizzard outside. They're saying this is a record breaker. So to me, when it's that cold outside, there is nothing better than a nice, warm, comforting meal. And today, I'm going to make Osso Buco. It sounds complicated, but it really isn't. It is incredibly simple. Typically, Osso Buco is made with veal shanks. I'm making it with beef because my family prefers beef over veal. So I went to the butcher and I got 3 nice shanks. We're just going to dredge it in a little bit of flour. And that's going to allow it to make a nice thick sauce after. Let's throw it right in. And I just realized something, that this pan is going to be too small. So, always good to kind of double check beforehand. These things were bigger than I were expecting. So then we'll throw the third one in here. You hear the wind out there? Storms like this, it forces you to slow down. Carrots, celery, onions, and garlic. Nothing fancy, just the foundation. Blizzards shut down the roads. They shut down the noise too. And when everything gets loud outside, this is how we quiet it down. Start simple and build it slow. And as you can see here, earlier I did my mirepoix, or in Italian cooking it's called sofrito. We have some celery, some carrots, onions, a little bit of garlic. Then I'm going to throw in some wine, throw in some beef stock, and then we're just going to let it slow cook. So the idea with Osso Buco is really you brown the beef all sides, get a nice dark flavor, really build up some flavor. And then once it's browned on both sides, we're going to remove it from the heat. I'm going to sweat out the vegetables. Now it's important we don't overcook the vegetables. And then what I have here is some fresh Italian parsley, rosemary. Usually I like fresh rosemary. Unfortunately, I was out. So I have just the dried rosemary, but I have some fresh thyme and a couple bay leaves. That'll go in as well. And then for sides, I'll show you how to make a really easy carrot dish. I got some carrots here. We're gonna cut those up. We're gonna boil them for 3 to 5 minutes so the fork's off. Throw in a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of butter, and just toss them. And then right at the end, throw in a little bit of honey, throw in some parsley for some color and a nice honey glazed carrots. And it's something really my daughter likes. I'm gonna make some risotto, and I'll show you how to do that. Again, super, super easy. And trust me, if you can do this, and if I can do it, really anybody can do it. You are going to impress so many people. I mean, just the name alone, Osso Buco. Sounds complicated, sounds fancy. You're just basically browning some beef shanks, throwing them in the oven, and just letting them slow cook. It is the easiest thing in the world to do. Now, this is actually best made the day before. So last time I made it the day before, put it in the refrigerator, covered, and then on the stovetop over like a medium, low to medium heat, and just let it gradually come up the temp in took about an hour. And the flavors really got a chance to kind of blend together and marry overnight, was just unbelievable. Don't get me wrong, this is going to be great, but if you want to go, from great to super great, let it sit in the refrigerator overnight or another 2 days. It's not going to go bad. You can see that color, it's nice and brown. Got one more I want to give it a little bit more time to. All right, we'll get that one done. We'll let it sit there for a bit. I like using a flat bottom wooden spoon to get the bottom. So you can see in there. And my celery. I don't throw in the garlic right now. I wait till after everything's softened, because garlic heats up in about 30 seconds, so we don't really need to do a lot there. And add in my garlic. Give that a few minutes for the alcohol to burn off. All right, now I got my homemade beef stock. We're gonna throw that in. Throw my aromatics. All right, now we're gonna put the beef back in. Gonna nestle that in there nice. You can see that. You want it about halfway to 3/4 of the way up. And this is perfect. All right. And now this is going into a 300-degree oven for about 3 hours. And this is the point that I realized that I forgot the tomato sauce. So in it went. Thankfully, still came out great. Snow has a way of slowing everything down. Roads empty, phones are quiet, plans have been canceled. And while the storm does its thing, the pots just sit there doing its own. Some days you just don't fight the weather. You let it cook with you. Now we're going to let the carrots boil. These are going to turn into some delicious honey glazed carrots. Get that pan hot, throw in some butter. Throw in some olive oil. Yep. We are good to go. A little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper. A bit of honey. And throw in some olive oil. Some butter. This is my cup of risotto. We're just going to throw that in. We're going to give it a good stir. And I'm going to throw in some shallots. All right, if you can see, it's starting to get a little bit of white around the edges. That means they're getting toasty. I'm going to throw in some wine. And we're going to let this go. I'm going to start with a couple ladles of chicken stock. All right, another ladle of broth. Oh yeah, definitely. See how easy that goes in? That is done. I'm gonna leave this uncovered in here for a bit. Kill the heat. Add the cheese. We're gonna stir that in. Once it's in, throw in my butter. And you can see it's just becoming creamy. Not sure it needs any more salt. Storm's still out there. Doesn't matter in here. We took our time. We built it slow. We let it sit. We let it become something. Full plate, warm kitchen, it's more than enough. Good food takes time. So do good things. Buon appetito.